Hey friend, welcome to Live with Ease. My name is Julia, and it's my mission to help as many people as I can unravel tension and chronic pain through nurturing and mindful movement to discover life and movement with ease. Now, in this video, we're going to focus on a movement practice to really open up and free the body and the heart to forgiveness towards ourselves and towards others. Okay, so a few things you'll need. If you have a bolster, like a long bolster, or another yoga mat you can roll up, like so. Very, very useful. If you have a folded blanket or a folded towel, and also a couch pillow, or if you have a more like a square-like or bolster, or if you have two of those long bolsters, awesome. That's amazing. Okay, so those are a few things you'll need. So get into your yoga cozies and let's get started. Okay, so let's set ourselves up by placing the bolster or pillow at the base of the rolled up mat and then the folded towel at the top of the rolled up mat. You're going to sit on your bolster or your pillow, and then you're just going to make sure that the rolled up mat is at the base of your spine, right up against the pelvis. And then you're going to gently lower yourself along the rolled up mat so that your spine is resting comfortably. Be sure that your head is supported so that it's not hanging over any of the support, that it's directly supported, and then check in with the lower back. So what we want to aim to do here is avoid any discomfort whatsoever in the lower back. So if you need to elevate or add a little more cushion under the pelvis to relieve any gathering of tension or discomfort in this area, please do so, or you can bend the knees and place the soles of the feet on the ground. As you continue to rest here, take a moment to let the arms fall out to the side, draping over the support underneath you. Take a moment to observe and follow the breath. Notice the in-breath. Notice the out-breath. And then each time you exhale, allow the weight of the body to completely surrender over to gravity. Surrender into or towards the support underneath you. As the thoracic spine sinks, the arms continue to drape and become heavier and heavier. I'm essentially opening up my heart to receiving love, compassion, forgiveness. And then placing the hands at the heart center or just to the left of the heart center. And on an in-breath, fill your emotional heart center with love and warmth. And then as you exhale, touch the heart with the warmth of your exhalation. Allow the weight of the hands to fall into the chest or into the heart center. And then you can maybe begin to circle the hands one way, massaging in this area, circling in whatever way feels good for you in this moment? What gives you comfort? And then eventually pausing into the center, breathing into the hands. Allow the weight of the hands to fall deeper and deeper into the chest, into the heart center. And then eventually placing the hands on either side of the heart center, sliding them apart, opening the heart. And then allowing the arms to fall and relax back down onto the ground. And as we continue to hold space for whatever it is that comes up, give yourself the time to go deeper, go within, open your heart, offer yourself compassion and forgiveness for whatever wrongdoings you're beating yourself up for or that are weighing on you. Exhale, let them go. Clear the path, open your heart. And when you're ready, on your own time, of course, you can eventually remove the support underneath you and just place it over to the side, somewhere a little out of the way. And then let's rest the body directly on the ground. Notice how that feels. Notice how does the relationship between your body and the ground feel. You may gain a sense of sunkenness or a deepening of the body into the ground. Just allow the earth to cradle you, support you with love and warmth. Bask in it. Give over to it. Surrender. So for this next little section or sequence, you're going to grab the bolster or your pillow and place it under the pelvis once again, and then drawing the legs towards the abdomen, allowing the weight of them to fall towards you. You can take a gentle rocking of the legs side to side, or maybe even circling the legs one way then the other, all the while continuing to drop the weight of the pelvis into the support of your bolster or pillow. And then crossing that right leg over the left, take hold of the ankles, the feet, or the shins, and then gently rocking the legs from side to side, continuing to allow the weight of the legs to fall towards you. So this configuration of the legs is called cow's head. And then it might be of interest to you to slide that right foot onto the thigh of the left leg, so that that right leg is externally rotated. You can feed that right hand in the space between the legs, and then wrapping that left hand and arm around the outer part of the left leg, behind the left thigh, and then gently drawing the legs towards you. And then giving the legs a good shake here. And then crossing that left leg over the right. Again, letting the weight of the legs fall towards you. And then you can move to keyhole at any point. Good, and then taking the legs up to the ceiling and giving them a good shake. And then you can lower the legs and remove the bolster from underneath the pelvis. And then let's walk our feet wider than our mat and take our windshield wiper twist. So letting the legs fall from one side to the other, moving back and forth at your own pace. And really allow yourself to drop into that lower body. Again, let the weight of the legs fall towards the earth this time. The pelvis into the ground. And of course, let's not forget the upper body. And much like we did in our beginning relaxation, you can place the hands at the heart center and maybe sliding them apart, opening up the chest as you let the legs fall to one side. So you can start with the legs in the center, place the hands at the heart center, and as you slide the hands apart, let the legs fall to one side. Letting that upper body fall into the earth. Good. And then let's bring our feet back to the center, hip width apart. And then let's practice a little bit of bridge here, just getting used to and familiar with the swinging of the pelvis as you press the feet into the earth. Peel the pelvis, peel the spine. Find your length, pelvis lengthening away from skull, skull away from pelvis. Of course, I can place the hands at the heart center once again, and maybe as I roll down from bridge, I can exhale, spread the hands apart, opening up the heart as I roll down, piece by piece. Sometimes I find, actually most of the times I find taking the arms above the head quite useful in encouraging that little bit of, or a little extra spinal elongation, release in the spine. Good, and then rolling up and down at your own pace. As usual. And eventually we can take this into an asymmetrical version of bridge. So what this looks like is extending that right leg along the ground, nice and heavy and passive, and then the left knee is bent with the sole of the foot on the ground. And then as you exhale, you're going to press that left foot into the ground and you're going to roll towards that long leg side, that right side. So that right side again is heavy and passive, and then that left knee, as I press the whole left foot into the ground, that left knee is moving over the toes straight forward. And then I can move in and out of this a few times, again, at my own pace. And the arms above the head is a lovely, lovely version again to add a little extra lengthening and elongation in the spine and the entire body. And to get a little more opening in the heart, what we can do is bend in that left elbow and place the palm of the hand on the ground. And I can take hold of that left elbow with the right hand to offer a little extra grounding in that left hand. And again, exhale, press into that left hand and the left foot. And then again, rolling towards that right side, that long, heavy passive side. Inhale here and then exhale, rolling back down. Excellent. And then you can switch sides again on your own time. Bending in that right knee, extending that left leg. I can take that right arm above the head or bend the elbow and flip that palm and place the right hand on the ground. Exhale, press that right foot, press that right hand into the earth and roll towards the left side. Again, really getting into opening the heart here. This is a great opportunity to breathe into that heart center. Good. And then coming back to the center, maybe practicing bridge 2 or 3 more times, and just observe and see if you notice a difference in your experience now versus when you first practiced earlier in our practice. Excellent. And then eventually draw the legs in and just gently rock from side to side. Then this time we're going to completely roll over to one side. So let's roll over to our right side. Good. And then let's just take a moment here to let the right side of the body settle. And then extending the arms in front of you with the palms together. And then on an in-breath, let's slide that top hand away from the bottom hand. And then as I exhale, I'm going to slide that top hand across the bottom hand, across the bottom arm, across the chest, opening that heart, opening that arm out, extending that arm out into a twist. Let that left arm rest into the ground. And then on my way back, I can take that left hand up towards the ceiling to meet the right palm. And then again, inhale and slide that top hand away from the bottom or forward. And then again, exhale, slide that top hand across the bottom hand, arm, chest, opening that arm out into the twist. And then let's do that one more time, bringing that left arm back, palms to meet. Inhale, slide forward. Exhale, drop the side of the body and draw the top hand across and open out into the twist. Good. And then let's make our way over to the other side. And then take that moment to rest on the left side of the body. Exhale, let the points of contact sink deeper and deeper into the earth. And then extend the arms in front of you, palms touching. And again, inhale, slide the top hand away or forward. Exhale, drop and draw to twist. Good. And take a moment here to breathe. Exhale and ground. Good. And then let's come back to the center, hug the legs and gently rock them side to side once again. So we're going to move into a posture called fish, and it's another great heart opener. It's a little mini back bend. So what we're going to do is bend the knees and place the soles of the feet on the ground. And then you're going to place the hands just under your pelvis, sitting on the hands, and then let's slide the elbows in towards you and just tuck them under the back a little bit. So crawling the elbows towards each other as close as they can get, and then extending in the legs, or extend the legs along the ground. So what I want to say here just before we go ahead is, if this causes any discomfort or compression in the lower spine, please discontinue unless you can really aim to drop and lengthen that pelvis to create that space and lengthening and decompression in the lower spine. But what you could do is go back to half bridge, that asymmetrical version of bridge where one leg is long and one knee is bent. You can get a similar action here in that thoracic spine. So what we are going to do here is, as I exhale, I am going to press the palms of my hands and the elbows and forearms into the earth. And then I'm going to send my energy, or the energy of the breath, up the spine into that thoracic spine, the part of the spine between the shoulder blades. And then I'm going to start to peel that part of the spine off the ground, allowing the back of the skull to slide towards me. And then I want to let the weight of the skull fall towards the earth. Let the weight of the pelvis fall into the hands. Allow the elbows and forearms to fall into the earth and press into the earth. And then as you lower, sliding the back of the skull back down towards the ground. So I'm aiming to, as I peel the thoracic off the ground, I'm aiming to send it in towards the body. That's where my back bend is taking place, not in the lower spine. Sending that energy up the spine and out the skull. And then inhale here, opening the heart. Breathe into that heart center. Exhale, slide the skull back down towards the ground. thoracic towards the ground. And then release the arms from underneath the pelvis and the spine. And then take a few moments to just rest here. Good, and a few counter poses here. I can move to any twist of my choosing, so I can walk the legs wider than the mat and let the legs fall from one side to the other. Windshield wiper the legs. I can draw both legs into the abdomen and let them fall to one side and then the other into the twist. Or I can draw one leg in and extend the other leg, and that leg that's drawn in, crossing it over the body into a crocodile twist. So take a moment to find your version of twist here that suits your practice in this moment. And then when you're ready, we're gonna roll over onto the belly, and you can rest the forehead on the top of the hands, bending the knees and rocking the legs side to side. And then eventually extending the legs one more time here. And then coming on to the forearms and the elbows. And take a moment to drop that pelvis into the earth. And then on an in-breath, you're going to dome that upper spine towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, ground in the elbows, forearms, and hands. As you unravel the spine into the extension, again from that part of the spine between the shoulder blade, the thoracic, and then lengthening up the neck and out the skull. So I'm thinking of length, not dropping the head back or looking up towards the ceiling. Of course, you can play around with your arm position here. You can take the elbows a little bit wider, maybe a little further in front of you. Whatever offers the most comfort in the lower spine. Again, we want to avoid compression in this area. Good. And then from here, let's come back onto the belly and spread the arms out to the side, airplane arms, wingspan arms. And again, I want to aim to ground and lengthen that pelvis. And as a result of dropping and lengthening the pelvis, can you lengthen that leg, that right leg away from the pelvis? And then this time, as you drop the pelvis, lengthen the leg. Maybe it starts to come off the ground a little bit. And then you can use that right hand for support. And as you lengthen that right leg away, maybe taking it across the left leg behind you ever so slightly. So this is not about how high or how far behind me I can take the leg, but it's how long I can make the leg. How much can I use that lengthening of the leg to help lengthen out the spine in this belly twist? Excellent. And then let's lower that right leg back onto the ground and try the other side, starting with the dropping and lengthening of the pelvis and the lengthening of that left leg away from the pelvis. Good, and then at some point, as you exhale, drop and lengthen that leg. Take that left leg over the right. keeping it low, low, low. Again, it's about length, not about height or how far back I can take that leg. Exhale, keep dropping into the front of the body. Good, and then lower that left leg when you're ready. Good, and then you can bend the knees again and rock the legs from side to side. Good, and then let's push up into child's pose here. Dropping the pelvis towards the heels. Of course, the pelvis may not reach the heels. That's okay, as long as we're tapping into the weight of the bones of the pelvis and sending it in that direction of the heels and the ground. And be mindful of the knees here. If you have any knee discomfort or any injury in the knee, reduce the flexion in the knee by placing something under the pelvis. If you want to take the legs a little bit wider, and of course you can rest the arms wherever they're comfortable, above the head, in front of you, maybe resting the forehead on the back of the hands. Maybe the arms rest along the side of the body, or my personal favorite for a little self-assist here is placing the hands at the back of the pelvis, allowing the weight of the hands to drop into the pelvis, encouraging the pelvis to drop a little further towards the heels. Nothing forceful here, just giving over to the weight of the hands and the pelvis. Giving over to gravity. And also another option could be coming back onto the back and hugging the legs into the abdomen. It's just child's pose on the back. And then eventually let's come onto our hands and knees, and you can practice a little bit of spinal undulation or spinal movements here in cat. Good, just moving the spine around in whatever way feels delightful and delicious. Of course, downward dog might feel quite pleasant at this point in the practice. So go ahead and do that if it feels right. Good, and then from your hands and knees, you're going to extend the right leg behind you. And then you can walk that right leg out to its own side, bending the knee and placing the sole of the foot on the ground. So I'm just gonna walk or face forward so that you can see me a little more clearly. So in that right leg is externally rotated, knee bent with the sole of the foot on the ground. And of course, if you do need to place something under your knee, we do have our folded towel or folded blanket handy. So go ahead and do that if you choose. I know it helps me tremendously. So I will go ahead and do it. Good, and then let's take a moment to open the arms out to the side. And then exhale, giving yourself a big hug. Again, inhale, opening the arms out, opening the heart. Exhale, giving yourself that big hug. And this time we're going to rest that right elbow on the right thigh. And then you're going to take that left arm up and over. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, you're going to flip the palm and gently turn the rib cage towards the ceiling. Inhale, turn back, lengthening that arm. Exhale, flip the palm, turn and open that heart. Open, open, open. Good. And then you can take that left arm and create a nice big circle one way and the other. Of course, you can start the circle a little smaller if you'd like, and then gradually grow the circle. And then we're going to come back to the center. And then you can use your bolster or pillow and place it on the left side of the body, so just beside the left leg, the left knee. And then you can lean over and place the left hand on your support or directly onto the ground, your choice. And then you're going to either keep that right knee bent or extend it if you'd like. And then lengthening that right arm over towards the left. And then this time I'm gonna flip the palm and turn the rib cage towards the ceiling on that in breath. Opening the heart, and then as I exhale, return back to the beginning point here, lengthening that arm, and then again, inhale, flip the palm, turn the rib cage, open the heart, and move in and out and back and forth, again at your own pace. And then eventually bringing that right arm down by the side of the body, and then bending in that right knee if it isn't bent already. Coming on to the hands and knees again, and then you can shake out that right leg. Good. And then you can also revisit a bit of the spinal undulation in whatever way offers you delicious sensations and joy. You can also revisit downward dog. So just answer whatever calls to you in this moment, whatever the body is asking for. Good, and then eventually we'll work with the other side. So beginning by extending in that left leg. And then again, I'm just going to turn to face the camera here. And then you're going to walk that left leg out to its own side, externally rotated, and then coming upright and being sure to find that comfort in the knee. So again, place something under the knee if you need to. Take a moment to exhale and drop the weight of the pelvis into that supported leg. Open the arms out to the side, and then exhale. Give myself a big hug. And then let's do this 2 more times. Then every time you come back to give yourself a hug, maybe change what arm is on top. And then coming back to the center and resting that left elbow on the left thigh. And then lengthening that right arm up and over to the left. And then inhale, lengthen that arm away from the pelvis. Then exhale, flip the palm and turn the rib cage up towards the ceiling. Just a gentle little twist here. And then inhale, come back. Exhale, drop the pelvis, drop into the feet, the legs. Good, and then you can begin to circle in that right arm. Starting small and gradually going big. Make sure you circle that arm in the opposite direction as well. Good, and then let's come back to the center, taking that right hand and either resting it on the support or directly on the ground. And then again, you can keep that left leg bent, or you can extend that leg, and then lengthening that left arm away from the left leg. And then inhale, flip the palm and gently turn the rib cage towards the ceiling. Again, be mindful of that lower spine. Exhale, drop and lengthen that pelvis away from the skull as you return. Good. Again, moving in and out at your own pace. And then lowering that left arm, bending the left knee if it isn't already, and then placing the hands on the ground. I'm just going to walk back here, and then giving that left leg a good shake. And then again, taking whatever spinal movements you'd like to here, whatever feels good. Take your downward dog. Find your rhythm, your movement. Maybe there's a moment you rest in child's pose, and from child's pose, move to cat to cobra. Good. And then when you're ready, let's come to a comfortable seated position here. You can sit on your heels, on your bolster. Of course, you can sit with the legs crossed or extended out in front of you. So again, find your comfort. And then just take a moment to drop the sit bones into the support. We can take hold of the elbows and circling the arms, circling in that upper body, one way, then the other. So we can take a little gentle side bend here to the right. And then a little gentle side bend to the left. You can then take the arms again out to the side, opening the heart, and then giving yourself that big, warm, yummy hug. Love, 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 love yourself, forgive others. And then you can bring the hands back to the heart center, and then giving the heart center a little massage here. So circling the hands one way, then the other, or side to side, whatever feels good for you in this moment. Let go whatever your heart is holding on to that's causing you pain and suffering. And then you can choose to leave the hands here, breathing into the hands, breathing into the heart center. Or you can relax the arms down, placing the hands somewhere on the legs, resting on the legs. Acknowledge the love and respect for yourself for showing up today, to making it through to the end of the practice. You rocked it. You did amazing. Way to go. This was a long one. Take a moment to smile to yourself. You can think of someone that makes you smile. Send them that love. Send them that smile. Send them that hug. Send them that forgiveness. It's time to let go of the old, stale stories and move forward. Embrace this change. Continue to sit here for as long as you'd like, and I'll leave you with this final mantra. You can join me by placing the palms of the hands together, sending them to the forehead. Think love. To the lips, speak love. To the heart center, be love. Thank you so much for joining me today, for diving in. And if you'd like to dive even deeper into your practice to help you unravel tension and chronic pain with a little guidance, then click the link below for your 20-minute free consultation for the opportunity to work with me one-on-one. And of course, be sure to share this practice with someone you love or who you think could benefit from it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you again for joining me. Be well, my friend. Stay strong, stay healthy, and until next time, ease into your best life. Namaste.